What's up, guys? Lone Driver Mike again, bringing you another video. And guys, in this video, we're actually going to talk about running two apps at the same time. We're talking about food delivery. I'm going to briefly mention about Uber and Lyft because I did used to do that. I used to run both Uber and Lyft at the same time. Now they have this new app called Maestro or something. But honestly, you don't really need an extra app to run both. With Uber and Lyft, well, this is back in the day, but I don't know if it's still the same. But what I had to do was to have them both actively on. Uber would actually run in the background, no problem. So you can run another app, and then Uber would pop up and notify you of a ride request. But for some reason with Lyft, if you would run it in the background, sometimes it wouldn't pop up, it wouldn't notify you. So if you do Uber and Lyft, have Lyft as the main app. Have it as your have it up on your phone, and you can actually have Uber in the background. But I know Lyft would mess up if you would have it in the background. So if you are doing Uber and Lyft, make sure the Lyft app is up on your phone. It is up front, you know what I'm saying, running up front, and you can also run Uber in the background. But I'm doing food delivery now, guys. So the two apps that I work for now is Doordash and Postmates. Now many people ask, like, can you run more than one? Is it a smart idea? Do you make more money? Do you run into any problems? And the question of that is, I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, what I found out with Postmates is that you get quicker rides. So say downtown Sacramento, if I were to turn on Postmates, I would get a lot of quick rides. Now the payout for that is only $4 per order, which is pretty low. But for dinner time, it's not bad because you get some decent sized tips. What I've been doing now is actually experimenting and finding out when can you make the most money with certain apps. With DoorDash now, it's pretty much they show you the pay up front, and I mentioned that in my last video about the DoorDash new pay model. So I mentioned that in my last video if you want to watch that one. But basically, DoorDash will show you the money up front. So it doesn't matter if you work lunch or dinner. The prices are, you get paid basically the same. On the short rides, you make around $6, $7, $8. On the longer rides, they'll give you a little bit more, $10, $11. I got a few rides actually at night. It said the total payout. One was a Cheesecake Factory order, and that one said minimum payout was, I think, $9. And when I ended it, it actually surprised me. It said total payout was $13. So what DoorDash will do is show you what you'll get minimum. So now if there's a big tip, they're not going to tell you, which I think is kind of cool because it's kind of like a surprise, you know what I'm saying? And then also I got another order. It was McCooney's. Now I love McCooney's. It seems like every time someone orders any kind of Asian food, like Chinese, especially Japanese, like sushi, I always seem to get a big tip, at least $5, $5 to $15, and I love it. It's great. Mostly because it's just, I don't know, families order. They're typically bigger orders. The food is usually high quality because you're eating sushi, you're eating fish, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like working the dinner shift. You will typically get bigger tips. But like I was saying so I got the McCooney order. It said minimum payout was $10, and I think the total miles was, about 4 miles. I think 5 miles at most, but it was downtown. The pickup was downtown, and the drop-off was in like Land Park area, so a little bit south of downtown, not even out of the area. I still consider it downtown because it's only like a mile. It's a mile down. I mean, it's really not that far. So the total payout, it said about $10. When I ended the dash for just that order, it said total payout was $18. So I ended the dash. I went to look at the details. The tip was actually about $17 something cents or something, about almost $18. And DoorDash paid about $1. So from if you didn't know this already, the new pay the new pay model is that typically if they tip big, DoorDash will pay out low, like $1 to $2. And if the tip is low, DoorDash will actually pay out pretty good. The highest I got was about $9 or $10. DoorDash paid me. That's the delivery fee that we get. So it's not bad. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Ended up getting a, $18. That was about almost $18 tip plus $1. So I made about $18-19 just on that order. And I think the total order was like about $80. So guys, if you can, if you want to accept those bigger orders, I would definitely do it, just because the chances of you getting a bigger tip is higher. You know what I'm saying? If you do lunchtime or even dinner time and you see a one item Panda Express one entree plate, you're not going to get a big tip. You might get $1 or $2, But usually, if it's a big order, you want to hope for a $5 tip, but you don't want to get your hopes up. But what I've been saying is, on a decent order like that, you'll get anywhere from $7 to $15 tip. I mean, if it's a big order, you know what I'm saying? So like I was saying was, can you run both apps? And you can run both apps. It's a little tricky because with Postmates, the thing is, on the app, they don't give you a time limit. They don't give you a, when is the last minute you should be at the customer's house. I know with DoorDash, it'll say, okay, it'll have the restaurant, it'll have the address. Once you look at the address, the restaurant's address, it'll actually have a time, and that time actually represents when the food will be done or finished. It's not always accurate. I mean, if it says it'll be done by 7, and if it's not done yet, then it's not done yet. So it's not always accurate, but usually it's pretty accurate. And then on the bottom, you'll have the customer's address, and then at the top, it'll say, there's a little button you can push. It'll say the time, deliver by 7 or deliver by 7:20 or whenever. Okay, and you really want to shoot for that time. Typically, if you only have one order, you can actually get there anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes early, as long as there's no traffic, the food doesn't take a long time, and it's close by. Typically, you can get there within 30 minutes. But DoorDash gives you that hour, which I really love. When there's a problem, they make the wrong food, this or that, traffic, a lot of things can happen, guys. So I really like that about DoorDash, because they give you about an hour for delivery. I mean, that doesn't mean you should be messing around, and it gives you enough time to get gas real quick. I mean, if you're low on gas, you can at least text a customer, let them, hey, I'm low on gas, I apologize, may I get gas real quick? Usually they'll understand, because on the app they actually can see, our car and where we drive, and they can track our location, which is, I guess it's kind of cool. But at the same time, if we're like trying to get gas and they're harassing us like, hey, where are you at, what's going on, so if you're going to take longer than usual, if you're going to take more than one order, simply just text the customer, I have more than one order, it's going to take longer than usual, I'll update you along the way. That's all you say. That's it. And so with Postmates, they give you about, I looked on the customer app, and usually they give the customer only about 30 to 45 minute wait time. And honestly, that is way too early. I mean, if a problem comes up, you're already late. You know what I'm saying? You drive to the restaurant, it's not ready, you gotta wait, you leave, there's traffic or whatever, maybe you make a wrong turn, okay, that turns into an extra 5 minutes, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just think that an hour, I used to work at a Chinese restaurant, I used to work at, you know, I mean, it takes time to cook the food, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's busy and there's other orders in front of your order. I mean, a lot of people eat food. So, I mean, if the restaurant's busy, you know, hey, sorry, it's going to be about 20 minutes. I mean, one time I've waited about 40 minutes in a restaurant. So, when that happens, guys, you need to update the customer and let them know what's going on. That's all you do. It's that simple. Just think about the customer. Say, hey, I mean, if I was the customer, you know, I would like a text message. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is Mike, your Postmates driver. This is Mike, your DoorDash driver. This is Mike, your Uber Eats driver, or whatever you work for. Let them know you're going to be late. That's all you do. So if you do run both apps, Postmates and DoorDash. Postmates only gives about 30 minutes or less, 30 to 40 minutes. So if you do accept a Postmates and a DoorDash order, just realize that DoorDash gives you 1 hour. But realize Postmates gives you only about 30 minutes, roughly. Or a little bit more, 40 minutes. So if you do get both, if you do accept 2 orders, one from DoorDash, one from Postmates, you want to deliver the Postmates order, typically because most of the time it's close by anyways. Postmates usually it's a lot quicker pickups, quicker drop-offs. Usually they're not that far from the restaurant. DoorDash, typically it's much further away. And plus with Postmates, they only give you about 30 to 40 minutes. So guys, you don't want to be late on these apps. I mean, we are independent contractors. We are our own boss, but they can still deactivate us, which is AKA fire us. But it's not called fire because we're our own boss. We don't work for them. We're just independent contractors, but it's technically getting fired. They call it deactivated or whatever. So yeah, you can run both apps at the same time, but just guys, realize that you're on a time limit, you're on a time frame, and sometimes the customer doesn't know you're taking more than one order. So typically I will screenshot, like if I have a DoorDash order or something, right, and they give me 2 orders, right, you can tell the customer, hey, DoorDash gave me 2 orders, blah blah blah. But if you're running both apps, right, and you have a Postmates and a DoorDash, usually you don't want to tell them, hey, I have a Postmate order too, I'm sorry. Because it's kind of like, wait, you're supposed to be taking my order, but if you work for the same company, DoorDash, and they give you 2 orders, then you have an excuse because DoorDash gave you 2 orders. So if it's really gonna conflict with, like, you being on time, don't do it. I only suggest to do it if lunchtime, really quick, really easy, or dinner time. Or what you can do is just turn them both on and then wait for a request. And if you get a Postmates, take the Postmates. Turn off DoorDash. If you get a DoorDash, turn off Postmates. It's that simple. But the goal is to make sure you're on time. That's the number one goal. So yeah, DoorDash from time to time will give you more than one order. So just let the customer know. Screenshot the orders and all that, and the 2 orders that you're taking. Send it to them. That's what I did today. And the lady was a little upset. She said, hey, I just thought it would be faster. Just simply explain, look, I told you earlier, DoorDash gave me more than one order. I apologize. And that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because the first guy didn't complain. I let him know. He said, thank you for updating me. The second guy, second lady was a little more impatient, but hey, it is what it is. But like I said, just text the customer. That's all you can do. So yeah, you can take more than one order. But just realize you're on a time frame, guys. You don't want to be late. You don't want to piss off the customer or anything. Always text them if you're going to take more than one order. Yeah, and just let them know what's going on. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this short. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting me. Make sure to check my last video out. I just made that, I think the other day. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everything. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, we'll see you next time. Alright, guys. Bye.